Hey, what's up guys? Wanted to provide an update on the Ford FC100 body that I was modifying and just kind of show you how it's coming along. If you didn't watch the last video, I basically took that body, I braced the outside of it, mounted it to a piece of wood, and filled the cavity with plaster. Which is the majority of what this is, but then I also took joint compound or sheetrock mud, whatever you want to call it, the wall texture stuff that goes on your sheetrock walls, and sort of added some, well, first I took the cabin off and then added back some of it, but it's certainly reduced from, you know, that size there. The reasoning for that, why I did that, if you're looking at the angle of the front, it's like this, and then the back is like this. So there was this sharp transition, and so it needed to, especially right here in the center, it actually almost kind of lips up right there. So it sort of needed, and it's hard to focus on the white. Anyway, needed to have a transition and taper back smoothly there. So that's the idea. While doing this, I realized that I had an inside size copy of the body, so it was a couple millimeters smaller. I'm okay with that on the top, but the sides need to be the right width so that it lines up with the tire. So what I've done here is I took some 1.5 mil plastic and I basically used more of this sheetrock mud, stuck it on there, blended it in. So I've got 1.5 on each side, and that should help out with my overall dimensions. I take just like 150 grit sandpaper, little pieces like this. And just sort of go over it, smooth it out. And it's messy, but it's working. You know, as you can see, I covered the vent louvers that were on the back. The fins that run along the side, I left the front and transitioned to the middle. And the back, I don't need them because I'm going to put a carbon wing here on the side. So, you know, if you have a carbon wing out here, you've got this plus this block kind of deal here, so it's just all extra drag. So the idea, of course, is to reduce drag and make this a little bit more slippery. On the front, you know, the fender louvers, those I think on the race car are like brake cooling ducts, and then the radiator intake. So those have been covered here on the front of this. Anyway, that is it. Hopefully inspires people to make some things of their own and try something new. The idea, of course, is to then put gel coat over this and fiberglass so that I have a mold, and then I can, with that, make fiberglass or carbon fiber bodies. The other thing I was going to mention, talked about how the back of this car has this little lip down here. It's not super visible on that car, but on this one, now that those side fins are gone, you can really see it. And that sort of acts as a rear wing. It provides some rear downforce. Obviously the front of this body has really good front downforce, which is primarily what we need on RC cars. So anyway, that's where it's at. I'm actually going to pause a little bit on this project because it's starting to be nice weather and I need to get some cars running and actually go out and run the cars for once. So stay tuned for more on those and this project. Thank you.